There we go. Hey guys, how's it going? Let me just double check everybody in the chat, make sure all the sound sounds okay. I don't know if, honestly, the opening really played noise, but whatever. Yeah, so today will be the fourth and final episode or event of us finishing up this 4-part docudrama series.
I don't mean to do a side note, although I do think it's significant. I'm seeing, because, you know, I just like to make sure everything's going smoothly. I'm seeing a very corny white boy dancing. Is that deliberate?
That is absolutely deliberate.
Okay, all right.
All right. So, if you guys have watched the first 3 episodes, every single time we have gotten struck about halfway through the broadcast by whoever the Channel 4 owners of this series are, and I guess now it could be National Geographic. Whoever owns it keeps striking it, and then we can't continue to stream without usually me flipping the video. So I figured this was another way to make it more entertaining as well, to have Green Shirt Man. Just it will play. I've already checked it. You'll be able to see behind him. It's not just going to be him the whole time, but he will be on top of the video.
Nice.
This is my way of amusing myself. Also, there is, I believe, a beheading in this episode, just from me skimming through it real quick to pull out a thumbnail. So this will be better. I think it'll be better to have a Green Shirt Man dancing over top of the beheading to make it a little bit more, I don't know if it'd be palatable.
Less disturbing, I don't know.
I don't know if it's really going to help. It's also, of course, color corrected and all kinds of shit. So, as usual, guys, it's me, Aiden Paladin, and I'm joined by Hard Bastard, and we're gonna just, go in and tackle the last episode of this awful shit.
Just really quickly outline the 3 possibilities? Okay, and this has been my consistent thing from the first video, which is, this is one of 3 things. This is either straight up ISIS propaganda, or it is social justice warriors trying to make an ISIS docudrama, and because of political correctness, do not denounce or show the moral bankruptcy and savagery of ISIS enough, so it comes off as almost ISIS, the leaders are bad, but, you know, a lot of the soldiers, they just, you know, they thought they were doing a good thing. And I also think it's possible that with the soldiers coming back into countries like London, it's possible that maybe this is to make the returning soldiers look more palatable. Or it's number 3. And number 3 is we go full-blown 180, and somehow the main characters work out a turning of about face with complete moral, I don't know, what would you call it? Moral, like, wow, ISIS is so horrible and disgusting, and somehow some of the people just defeated ISIS on behalf of the American government. Or maybe they fought with, you know, they got captured by Americans, and maybe they fought with Americans and defeated ISIS or some shit like that. I don't know.
I think that's unlikely. I mean, again, I would like to, if there was, like, a real thing where they got in trouble for it, and they come back and it's like, no, you don't get to do that, that would be interesting. Or if, they end up, you know, fighting ISIS in revolt, both of those would be interesting. But I really get the feeling that it's just going to be all these poor innocent people had no idea what they were getting into. They're the real Muslims, they're the good Muslims. That's just gonna be my call.
Yeah, well, let me make clear, my fundamental stance on that is, if you were going to return to the country, off to Guantanamo or prison, I mean, either one, but you're not getting back into society unless you're a child. If you're a child, I view you as an innocent. Sure. So the child in this video, I have no problem. I mean, we'd obviously, like I said before, we'd have to check with them. You know, I'd be like, so, you know, what happened? And if he's like, yeah, I was fucked up. My mom, she's fucking retarded. I don't know why she brought me to these fucking horrible people. Then, yeah, okay, fine. You can come back into society. If he's like talking about, you know, the great Satan and my mom is a hero, then, you know, you're
I think we got to have a conversation. Well, I don't know. I mean, it is a kid, and, you know, that's child abuse, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think that's
what she just did to him, bringing him over.
Oh, that's absolutely child abuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the indoctrination's child abuse.
Yeah. But at least we would let his mom. I mean, we would let him visit his mom in prison.
Yeah, you can visit her. Well, unless I mean, again, I don't know if she's coming back to if she was coming back to the United States, I would. Yeah, I guess if you're a U.S. citizen, I kind of think you rescinded your rights as a citizen the second you go and fight for the enemy.
Sign up with the enemy. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, there's precedence for that too. If you look at the Civil War, it was like, it was basically like, you know, you either sign up and join the Union or you rescind your Union citizenship. So I would say, nah, get the fuck out. You want to live in Syria so much? You can go fucking live there. Fuck me. Like, that's just my opinion on it. I would, because if they're here, it means we have to pay for them, and I have no interest in doing that.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no. I would rather have, like, the girl from Saudi Arabia in the Vice documentary that wants to get out of her country because she's actually being oppressed and is like, I want to live as a free person. That person,
yeah, I'll take,
I'm right in. I have no issue.
Absolutely, yeah. I have no issue with that. This, you know, yeah, I would be absolutely fine with taking that girl in as a true refugee, because children are the ones that. This is the whole problem with the migrant crisis in general, is that it's 85% when you actually 90% of them are adult fighting age men.
Yes.
None of, I mean, and that's, the official numbers are 70%. But then when you look at all of the boys that have come over, and then the second they get absolutely proven with dental record testing that they're all, you know, 25. Okay, so when we look at the total numbers, yeah, I'm gonna say it's somewhere like 90% of all of the refugees are adult men. That's just really fucking weird. What's happening to all of the women and children that you like to show on television? Anyway.
Yeah, we don't even need to get into like the financial. What do they call them? They don't call them financial migrants. There's they're
economic migrants.
Economic migrants. Yeah. We didn't even get into that portion of it. So even with what you just said, then you have to break down the economic migrants, which is a person who's not fleeing a war-torn area and is just fleeing based off of economic reasons, or like didn't they have flyers for like Germany? Or they were like, yeah, if you go to Germany, they'll hook you up. They'll do you the best solid if you go to Germany.
Oh, they did some really fucked up shit with that in with Bulgaria, I believe. It was Bulgaria where the migrants who they pull out of the Mediterranean because they intentionally sink their own boats, pull them into Italy or Greece, and then they gave these people a brochure that was like, oh, come to wonderful Bulgaria. It's so great here. It's not like, you know, they are still having their massive own economic struggles and want nothing to do with you motherfuckers. And then when they got there, they got put in like a gymnasium and given, MREs and stuff like that, like the minimum of, hey, you're a war refugee, here's what we can give you. And then they went on a hunger strike because it wasn't what they were promised, because they were promised like a resort and like 500 euros a week or some insane shit.
Yeah, well,
it's all.
Get into all that, but we have a video to cover.
Yeah.
So
two less things before we start. One, guys, if you cannot tell, I have a cold and I sound like shit. So if I am being a coffee boy and channeling diversity in comics a little bit, my bad. And then two, I do have Streamlabs set up. So if you want to say fuck Google but still want to give me your precious shekels, you can do that through Streamlabs and it will come up on the screen. If I don't catch them during the broadcast, I'll get them at the end. Anyway, with that, let's get into it.
Okay.
And of course, tell me in the chat if you can't hear it. So, yeah, there shouldn't be any way for them to tag us on this, I don't think. But this is our main character, Puppy Eyes.
Yeah, Puppy Eyes. Looking at the child soldiers.
If the meme is too distracting, also tell me in the chat. I'll remove it. Oh, because his friend just, drove a truck of peace.
So he's been injured too? That's interesting. I guess it's kind of a little bit of a fast forward.
Right. Right, we'll have to read any subtitles because I've got the green shirt guy up, and also it's also horizontally reversed. So I'm right now. So she wants to leave because essentially she's already expressed that because
this is the one, you know, because it's kind of hard to identify. Is this the one whose husband died?
Oh, I thought this was the doctor. No, well, yeah, it's not. It's not
really?
Like
how could you? That's racist.
It's so racist. I know.
How could you not have known?
Normally, it's so easy to tell through the. That's not a burger. What's that one called? I always forget. The Jeez. God, what's the difference? That's not a burger. That one is the. Do you remember the name?
Macabre?
Macabre, yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, she wants to get the fuck out because things didn't go her way, but she was fine being married to an ISIS soldier.
No, I don't know if the other woman does. The woman whose husband died.
I think the doctor does. Because she got her feet beaten.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So if she was treated nicely, she would have stayed with ISIS.
I guess so.
That's not a morally good thing. That's reprehensible.
I thought she wasn't allowed to treat male patients, too. Did they just...
I think they cheat, maybe.
Wait, what was that? We could do it tonight downstairs. Did you get the first part? What was it?
Yeah,
I'm just going back a second because I forgot to read the subtitles. Sorry, guys.
No problem. Oh, she was like, can you feel this or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it needs a graft. Yeah, we can do it tonight downstairs. But again, I thought she wasn't supposed to see male patients.
Tell me what's happening. No one's told me anything.
You have a compound fracture of the femur. You've lost a lot of blood. And some muscle tissue.
Will I be able to walk?
Gangrene's the biggest danger. We don't even have the basic drugs here.
And we should feel really bad. We're really sorry for them because they don't have the drugs in the hospital. And, you know, if only the Americans were at war with them.
Those goddamn Americans bombing and fighting ISIS. What's wrong with them?
I know. If only they would stop, they would have...
They knew what was holy. They would let ISIS take over.
Yeah. I didn't think they were allowed to smoke. Are they?
No.
It's okay. It's only Isaac.
They're not allowed to smoke.
Well, this guy, he's a gay boy anyway.
Yeah.
So you got this. How old is this kid supposed to be? Like 10?
8, I think. 8 or 10,
like
maybe.
Somewhere. I don't fucking know. Wearing the fucking ISIS headband. That's great. Great. Great optics on this, guys.
So, what's all this?
I started the training camp tomorrow. I have to pack. We live there.
Okay, so he's gonna go off to some kind of training camp or something?
10 in 2 weeks. That's when they start.
Oh, he's 10 in 2 weeks. Okay.
I'm sorry, Isaac. You're still a child. I'm your mother. And I'll decide when you're ready to train to fight. Yes, Isaac.
No, you won't. I decide and I want to go.
So you didn't think that going to join a terrorist organization that uses child soldiers, you didn't think that there was a possibility that your child would be used as a child soldier? I guess like we're supposed to buy this.
This is the whole okay. Yeah, this is the whole fucking thing. The reason we're supposed to feel so bad. I can't slow the green guy down because I'm just playing it, but we're supposed to feel sad for her. Because she is so clueless that she just didn't know that ISIS uses child soldiers. Like, what the fuck, bitch? That's like 5 minutes of research. Like, what the flying fuck is wrong with you? And how could I possibly... I feel bad for the kid, obviously. But how could I possibly feel bad for you when, again, this is 5 minutes of research?
She brought him in, yeah.
Unless...
Absolutely.
Unless the message is that we need more accurate information about ISIS, which I do not think it is, but okay.
The rules have changed.
Well, no, that would be racist.
Yeah.
They're sending more and more children to the front line. They've cut the training to 15 days.
He's not going.
How will you stop him? It's the law.
I don't care.
Oh, you're being a naughty lady. You're not... She's defying the law again.
Oh my god.
And smoking. So I guess, well, I mean, she's not a very good Muslim then either if she's treating him, touching a man's body and who's not her husband and doing all this other shit. Smoking and saying she's gonna defy the state. She's gonna be in big trouble. And we're supposed to feel bad about it, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
So then, this is...
For the purchased prostitutes?
Yeah. This is the Yazidi woman he purchased, yeah.
Yes.
Show me... is that a... Tell him. I'm guessing it's like a brand, it looks like? A branding?
I guess, yeah.
It's the name of the man who owned me before you.
I don't own you.
He had 8 women. Yeah, oh, you know, because Puppy Dog Eyes was our protagonist, essentially. He lined us up naked every morning and decided who he wanted that day. He would smell each of us to decide. Jesus. The ones he didn't want would be taken by his bodyguards. We used to beg to be chosen, because the guards would beat us much harder. But is this guy who owned you before, was he a Muslim, or...?
Yeah, I imagine.
Why? I mean, in reality, but are they gonna... I don't... How's he gonna react? Let's see. Were you able to protect Nareen, the daughter? Are they admitting to the child rape? Oh my god! Okay. So at least they're getting real about some shit. That they'll admit to, like, the child rapes happened and the Yazidis have been
and they didn't know this before getting into this.
Right, I think that that's the whole fucking message here, isn't it? Is that we're just too stupid? So feel bad for us for doing this shit?
It's positive. I thought you'd be happy.
Oh, so she's pregnant.
Isn't this what you want?
Mm-hmm.
My husband is Shaheed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will you remarry?
I didn't think they were allowed to.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't know.
When my child is born.
You don't have to, you know.
And what? Be a single mother like you?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
My child will need a father. And anyway, I want to. It's my duty.
So Dr. Lady's being a bit of an apostate, yeah, for not wanting her to remarry and stuff. I didn't really think they could. I think maybe, like, you become, like, somebody's second wife, you don't become their main one.
I don't know.
Sorry, I missed that for a second. What was
Your husband is to return to the front tomorrow? Who is her husband?
Isn't it? It's the gay guy.
Didn't
she marry the gay guy?
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did. They got married. They got married. Oh, so what that chick was basically saying, like, she knew what she was doing and she knew that guy was gay? Because she said, be a single mother like you, but she's married. So what was she, like, telling her? I know your secret, bitch.
Oh, I don't know. Is that it? Or because she did get married. Unless unless she is judging her for being a single mother before she came to Syria.
Yes.
And just judging that, which I thought they weren't supposed to do. So again, maybe she's being a bad Muslim by judging it. I don't know. This is so bizarre. I really can't look. I just don't understand what the fuck the message of this is, because it's clearly political, and it seems confused with itself. But yeah.
Well, hopefully in the next 30 minutes it'll all be clear.
Yeah.
لا أخي بقي لنا
لا بعتقد أنا صح.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah.
عرضي لسه موجود يا أختي.
My offer still stands, sister. Is this the
إذا
other guy?
تغير أي شيء.
If anything should change.
Yeah. If anything should change.
Oh, he's eyeing up that niqab.
Yeah, like
checking out.
Yeah, X-ray vision. I guess he has X-ray vision there. Fucking Islamic jihadi Superman.
Well, like, 'cause this is the guy who originally wanted to marry her, I think.
Correct.
Also, that's really bizarre because, again, I don't know if we mentioned this before, but like, there is a really racist division in Islam, particularly even in the Islamic State, which is that people who are really dark skinned are viewed really low on the totem pole. So for her to get all of these suitors and stuff and for her to get all these suitors while she's being mouthy and such, not being, very subservient. That raises some flags for me of this being a little bit inaccurate.
Yeah. That's definitely an exception to the rule. I guess that they have to make it for a TV show. Otherwise, they would just be revealing the true nature of ISIS. You can't have that, right?
Right.
You don't be accurate. We have to sell a story.
Right. And a big schism that happened in Islam was that it basically was a denial of anything that was un-Arabic. So, and that includes people who are darker skinned. It's one of the big issues in Darfur is that the Muslims there that are black, that are Africans, are, genocided, raped, treated like shit because of the color of their skin. But whites are all racist, and we're the, fucking crackers. All right.
Do you think he could have arranged it?
But she was smoking a cigarette and he was lying, like, naked in bed the night before, so even if he's a gay boy, it was implied that they fucked, I guess.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so?
Maybe. The writing in this show is
it's not the best.
Where it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Look, Habibti. He may be able to get me sent back early, but what happens then is up to me. There's plenty there looking for death. Don't worry. I'm not one of them.
Oh, that's because,
You're a bad Muslim, sir. You're not following the rules.
Yeah, he's bad, because he's gay, so he's bad, yeah.
Just don't die, okay?
He doesn't want to die for it.
So Ziyad's a martyr. Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Oh, one sec. Kato Minor said in the chat that women need only wait 3 months if they've had sex to get remarried. Yeah, but I think there's a hierarchy there where then you don't become you can't be like the first wife. You can become like a second wife or something like that. I don't think you get the right to be prime pickings.
So you have to follow there has to be like a certain circumstance for it to
Well, I mean, yeah, again, I guess the the whole thing would be what they've even said in the show is that women are disgusting and awful anyway, or earthly women are. So
they're filled with urine and feces. That's his exact quote.
Yeah. So I mean, just to be married by anybody, I guess, is good in this instance. Oh well. But yeah, thank you. Who was that again? Kato Minor for bringing that up. Thanks.
I wasn't. He was fearless, Dakhi. That's where you do all the torture and stuff. Nah, fam. No need. Just chop a few necks and suddenly everyone's blessed. Who is this anyway? CIA.
I'm sorry, I cannot help but make a Bane reference of I'm CIA.
I don't under what is he talking about the CIA?
I don't know. I just wanted to make a Bane reference, but
if that white guy turns out to be CIA, that's like the most obvious fucking shit. Like,
oh yeah, because of course it's the white guy.
That Swede? Would be ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
or either one. There's two of them, I think.
Because there's the guy who is really the fat guy with blonde hair, and then there's the other guy with the beard who knows the scripture better than them.
Right.
I bet it's the guy who knows the fucking scripture better than them.
Jeez.
Face the wall.
Oh.
That's a lot of shit.
That is a lot of shit. They got a nice new car, though.
What's he like?
It's a Patriot, okay.
Don't talk about
that's
back home, though.
Oh my
From
god.
London. Talk Arabic. He's got a real problem with Brits.
Wait, maybe this is just a CIA guy that they captured? Or was it one of them?
Guess.
Now I'm confused.
Oh, it's his homeboy from the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
America, you keep on your aerial bombardment.
Or was it a coffee
for a
shop?
second?
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't a coffee shop. It was the pharmacy, I think. Yeah.
Right. You're right. The pharmacy. So, if we are witnessing his 180, then it is someone he personally liked was beheaded. Is why he turned around, supposedly, if that's what happens.
Wow.
If he turns around because of this, not because of their treatment of other innocent people, just someone that he happened to like.
Well, that's all about this is that, like, I don't mind seeing the suffering of others, but if it happens to me, or if it happens to someone I personally care about, oh, then it's bad.
That's not ethical nor moral. And if that motherfucker wanted to leave ISIS, I'd say, welcome to Guantanamo Bay, sir.
Pretty much. It's also very much emotional manipulation in terms of this, to be like, how would you feel if your friend, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's really
I'd be like, I wouldn't have joined ISIS in the first place, motherfuckers.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't either, but this is the whole idea of making us feel bad for him because, oh, it's his friend who was nice to him and gave him medicine for his Yazidi slave wife.
Now, I feel bad for him, the guy that's about to be beheaded, because he is a person that was living there and ISIS took over. He's a genuine victim.
Right, exactly.
You're right, we keep on striking the necks of your people.
Stay on him, bruv. He's watching.
Ugh.
So it'll be interesting to see how much respect for the audience they have.
Cut.
Yeah, Tempest also said this is a completely unrealistic view of Islamic culture in foreign countries. Oh, shoot. They are speaking to each other in English. Broke my immersion. Yeah, that's very true, even though they'll sometimes say, don't speak English. But the majority of them do speak English. And again, when you look at Islamic culture, there's a great big no-no of if you can't speak Arabic, then first of all, you can't understand the Quran. That's a very basic thing. Again, if you listen to Muslim scholars debate with people like Dr. David Wood, they'll say, Dr. Wood, you can't even have an opinion on this because you don't speak enough Arabic to be able to read the Quran or the Hadith.
Yeah, I've heard that argument many times.
Oh, well, yeah, it's the most basic argument because it basically just says you don't pass our purity test, and doesn't matter if this is exactly.
And my response to that is like, well, when the imams are quoting it and they're applying it, can we not trust what they're saying? Because all you have to do in a lot of these cases is listen to the fucking imams, because they will tell you to your face. This is one of the things about Islam and the imams that's similar to like Westboro Baptist Church. They will tell you what they believe. Sure. They will tell you to your face. Now, that doesn't mean, of course, there's like in America, there are Muslims that try to hide it. and engage in taqiyya. But as far as like when you find footage of sermons of imams to Muslims in the congregation,
yeah,
they will tell you exactly what they believe.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
For some reason, people aren't believing them, which is that gets frustrating.
Well, because okay, look, it's so funny to me because you do have a religion where it says in the scriptures that you can lie. Okay, you can lie in order to mislead or defend against the infidel, whatever you have to do.
Yeah,
you can
Jehovah's
lie.
Witnesses had that policy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called theocratic warfare strategy. You were allowed to lie if it promoted the interests of God's organization.
Jesus Christ.
It's the same thing. It's Jehovah's Witness taqiyya. It's the same exact thing.
I didn't even know about that. Yeah, you'd never
Now,
talked about that.
Right. So when Jehovah's Witnesses do it, it's culty lying. But when Muslims do it, it's somehow you can't talk about it, or it's racist. Why would you even say that?
Well, it's racist, but also it's so funny to me. If I'm saying, look, you're allowed to lie. Here's a line in your scripture that says you're allowed to lie, and then you go, no, we're not. Oh, what?
Right.
Isn't that just proof? Yeah. All right. So, let's see what happens to the pharmacist guy, who I guess was working with the CIA, is what I'm
right.
explaining.
That's what they're saying.
So now, puppy dog eyes. Uh-oh.
Why would you even look at them like that? That was dumb. They're like looking at you to see what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Come here. Who are you?
Abu Anwar, أخي.
Abu Anwar, brother.
Abu Anwar شو?
Abu Anwar who? Is this about to be a fucking joke? Al-Brittani. Okay, because he's from the UK. Oh, I thought it was going to be a joke.
London, Wembley.
Yeah, I think maybe getting caught was part of this plan. I don't know. I think he's gonna get beheaded, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't think you really learned to masturbate.
So guys, very important thing here. They don't behead everyone.
Right.
Sometimes they just do it for show. So it's not even, don't even take it serious.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's just... Yeah,
maybe
it's
they're
for
still
show.
alive. Yeah, this is one.
It's just for show. Just for fun.
Just to get the governments to pay up. He keeps bringing them here. Nothing happens.
See? They are peaceful.
They get used to it, so...
Yeah, they don't always
when the real time comes.
They need the governments to pay up. It's okay.
I mean, after all, the American government's so evil.
I mean, guys, the United States of America dropped a nuclear bomb on Nagasaki.
Please wait here, sister.
شوفي.
Yeah, ISIS never beheaded anybody. It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro.
Thanks, Rocket Surgeon, for that one. So that is an actual dead body.
So there is an actual dead body here.
I think this is... Oh, wow, okay.
Okay, they're kicking the head like a soccer ball. I've heard of this happening, yeah.
Well, you guys, you probably, not everybody can see it because I've got Dancing Green Shirt Man up. But, again, is this going to be the thing about how it's just like, oh, wow, this thing that you can find out happens fairly easily, that they train children and they indoctrinate children to become, like, incredibly violent killing machines for their... Because it's very easy to do that with children. It's, well, not...
Oh, yeah.
Killing,
no,
it's
it
very
is.
easy
True.
to work them into a mindset. So... The whole idea is going to be, well, I've made a huge mistake. Do I have to bring up that clip?
I don't want my child doing that.
Right, it's only wrong when it's my kid, right? Be quick, sister. is this really just the I've made a huge mistake moment? That's it, and we're supposed to...
What is it? Hurry up, you're embarrassing me.
Isaac. God, this is...
So this is what it took for her to realize that joining ISIS was not a good idea.
How? So we're just supposed to feel... I mean, I feel bad for the kid, but we're supposed to feel bad for her.
Yes, the kid I feel bad for.
We're supposed to feel bad for her and empathize with her because she made a fucking huge mistake. And by what? You believe in this so much in the state. You believe in this to such an extreme degree, but you couldn't be fucking asked to take 5 minutes to Google any of this shit?
Or if she would have been treated completely nicely, none of this would have happened. She would have been completely on board. This is not moral. This is a selfish, fucked up person.
Right,
I have no empathy for. The child I have.
Well, right, it's only because it's happening to her kid that she cares.
Right,
I don't think she'd give a fuck if she just walked there and saw all the other kids kicking a fucking skull around.
Allah has given you a great reward.
So the gay guy died again, apparently. Okay.
No, I mean, like, you made your bed. You gotta sleep in it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
sleep
just...
in that shit.
I think this is where we're supposed to... You and I were supposed to turn around and be like, oh, look, it changed its message completely.
What's the message? Be sympathetic to returning ISIS fighters. How is that not propaganda? That's horrible.
Right.
Those people need to be put in prison.
Yeah. Congratulations, your husband is martyred. How did he die? In the way of Allah. Where is his body? He was buried where he fell, as with all martyrs. You know, I've asked you to be my wife. There can be no question of that till my mourning period, till after my mourning period, as I'm sure you know. Okay, so yeah, the 3 months. There you go. The mourning period is... Whoa, wait, what? Hang on. I missed that.
The mourning period is if you're pregnant, and I think there's a chance. We all know there's no chance of that. So it looks like everyone knew
he was a gay.
That he was a poof.
But that means, but then why did they throw him off a fucking roof?
Maybe they did. Maybe that's the twist.
Is that gonna be the twist? Oh god. Well aware of the honor you do me, but my son is very pious. He may insist on the full mourning period. I think I can persuade him, but I will need some time alone with him. You agree if he agrees. So this is how she's gonna run away. And take her son with her. Yeah, yes. We will bring him. Oh wait.
So we're supposed to root for her escape? I guess I will root for the son's escape.
Right.
Her, I give 0 fucks about.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they burned all their passports.
They did, but for some reason hers weren't burned, I guess.
Okay, cool. That's convenient. But again, you know, this is our hero.
Right, this is the hero.
Or at least our protagonist. Okay, so they didn't behead him. But they're sure gonna whip
him. They definitely think he's like a bad guy. Yeah, so I guess he's CIA.
I'm CIA.
According to them.
I guess getting whipped was part of his plan.
Walk it.
Stop. Oh, of course, he's to be the nice guy who gets to give him water.
He's the good jihadi.
He is the good jihadi. We've seen time and time again.
بدك تحكي شيء؟
Anything to say?
أنا تبت.
I've repented.
واجب عليك أن تترك
You're obliged to release me.
قلت لك ما
I
في
told you
توبة
before, there's no
إذا عنست
repentance
عليك.
if we have power over you.
كمان.
Again. Okay? So again, these are the bad Muslims, because sometimes, you know, if you repent, yeah, you should be let go. But they're bad. If only the good Muslims, there were more puppy dog eyes, then this wouldn't be happening.
So we're all escaping at the same time. Is that what's going on?
So you're working for the CIA?
Real quick, there was a Streamlabs Matt Fields. Thank you. Watching Honky do the Charlton while sand niggers are shot and blown up is making my night. HB's new stream has to step it up to beat it. Great to see you've grown into an order of magnitude since HB first recommended your channel. Moabs for ISIS. I agree with Moabs for ISIS. Thank you also.
Yeah, Moabs for ISIS. I'm on board with that.
If it didn't show up on the screen, sorry, I am watching it though, so just tell me. If I don't see one, I'll catch it by the end. No, he's not
just
CIA.
Torture people for no reason.
Oh, they don't torture people for no reason.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. Well, you must have done something.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. They found dollars in my house.
They found dollars in his house. Okay, yeah, this is the whole thing of you guys didn't realize how fucked up it was.
Everybody has dollars here. So what do they want? They want nothing. I told you their eyes are on me because I helped my wife escape.
I love how they always have these like nice scenes though, of, like they got a fucking fountain.
I know, it's nice. You got a fountain in the middle of a war zone.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. You were far away. Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing is that there's good jihadis. This is the fucking message, right? That there's good jihadis who are just confused.
That's what I'm getting so far.
Sometimes I wish I could live in the desert and study under a sheikh. Just read the Quran and be a shepherd. See, because he's the real pious one. He's the true Muslim. That's all.
He is a good boy jihadi.
Yeah. Look, what the fuck?
He's earnest. Someone took advantage of him. And he's earnest.
But come on, you knew you were joining a fucking military organization. So even if you wanted to be all so pure and go study under a sheikh, what the fuck? Tempest, thanks for super chat. What will torturing him do? CIA already tells all. True. And funds them, so whatever.
Yeah, right. Like they wouldn't torture a CIA agent. They would say thank you and move the weapons onto their truck.
Right. Well, she loves her new slave master because he's such a nice guy. Yeah, the real ISIS members are good boys. They didn't do nothing. They're just out there.
They're just earnest seekers of God.
God, Jesus, fuck.
There's a wonderful message to send people in the UK and the United States.
Oh, it is.
You have returning fighters.
I can't. Why not? Because it's what everyone does to you. Oh, look how good he is. He can't even fuck her. He's just that pure.
Oh, what a nice man.
But he is a real good guy, so she wants to. She's gonna get over the fact
that it's a love
that,
story.
Right.
You fell in love with the slave that you purchased.
But the fact that his group of people have enslaved and raped her and her daughter multiple times. But he's so irresistible. He's such a nice guy.
Yes, he's a nice boy.
Unbelievable.
Has the 180 started? The people that say this takes a 180, when does that actually start?
I think this is supposed to be it, okay?
This is the 180?
This is what we're seeing right now, because we're supposed to feel bad for these characters, for her in particular. About, like, but again, she's only concerned with herself and her son. She's not concerned with anybody else.
What is it?
Real Muslims were SPAC women. Come on. Thanks, Toothless. I thought this kid, they were implying he'd been, like, completely indoctrinated. Why, Oh, also, hang on! If he turned 10, wasn't he not supposed to be allowed to be in the woman's thing?
Right, yeah.
Or something?
They have to deal with that, I guess, because he's going to be a man.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Ugh. This whole fucking show makes me more sick than I am already.
I agree. We were talking earlier about this. The show makes me ill more than most propaganda. It's interesting.
Leaving? What do you mean leaving Syria? What? No way. It's really simple. No. Isaac, listen to me. What about our stuff? We don't need stuff. We just need each other. Look, I'm telling you, it's time to go. But there's no way this is gonna work if you're against
hang on, okay.
Fine.
So the whole thing is, yeah, you come here, you're gonna get all this nice stuff. Again, this is the same fucking message they've had since the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, and again, she is the more pious one who recognizes maybe this isn't so great, this isn't what I signed up for.
Because of things that affected me personally that I've witnessed many times happen to other people, but I didn't give a fuck then.
Right, because it didn't affect me personally.
It affects me.
No, this is a terrible fucking character. This is a terrible
person. There is no, so far at least, any sort of moral... this is an immoral, selfish person. There's no sort of like that's not how that shit works. You're supposed to be empathetic towards others, which is why you wouldn't join ISIS in the first place, because I don't know. I mean, just one of the things that they do is throw innocent people off buildings, or they enslave people and rape children and kill children. I mean, that's just like 3 of the top 20 on the list.
Yeah, all good though. Other than that, it's just they're just trying to reclaim their wait, not their time, their land, right? Okay.
They're trying to reclaim their time.
But I do. For really good reasons. What reasons? There isn't much time. So I'm asking you to trust me. But it's up to you. You decide. We stay or we go.
You can't leave your fucking son there. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh my fucking... Hang on. Whoa.
Are you fucking serious? You can't even let your character have that basic moral thing that, like, son, I gotta save you and get you the fuck out of here? Oh my God.
What a piece of shit. Who the fuck would possibly root for this woman?
Oh my god. Dude, you know what this... You know... Okay, there's one way to fix this movie. Goddamn Rambo. Or Chuck Norris comes in, grabs the kid, murders all the jihadis, and gets the children and the Yazidis the fuck out of there. That's how this ends righteously. Other than that, this is some fucking bullshit.
I can't believe that they actually had her say she's just gonna, like, what do you want to do, fucking 10-year-old? Jesus Christ. I don't remember being 10, but I know a lot about child psychology at 10-year-olds. I just did a video with this. 10-year-olds cannot make decisions.
No.
Also, it's a fucking little kid. What the fuck is wrong with you? I have to wonder, where are your, like, inherent parental instincts that you would just be like, well, if you really want to stay, son, and get murdered or get killed, and
look, if you really want to stay with ISIS, I understand. You know, it's okay.
So yeah, it's your time to cut the cord. Wow, lady, stop being so clingy. Oh my god, that's horrifying, man.
So why did you come to Syria?
To answer Allah and His Messenger.
O ye who have believed, respond to Allah and to the Messenger when He calls you to that which gives life. I missed that. Something that's so hard to read.
My brother was here. He died at Kobani.
Whoa, they let this guy's brother did the same thing?
Did you?
And then, like, he wasn't under any investigation. Of course he wasn't, because it's the fucking UK. Of course he wasn't under any goddamn investigation.
Jesus Christ.
He was beheaded as a traitor.
At the time of Kobani.
What?
Uh-oh. Wait, pause it.
You shouldn't believe.
So now they're going to tell him, oh, your brother, he wasn't a traitor. He actually crossed one of the bad guy leaders who was a bad Muslim. And he had him killed.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why he's going to have a moral turnaround, because he personally had some shit not go the right way. Other than that, though, if things had gone the right way, he would have been fine as a jihadi.
Right, if only they were all real Muslims.
Those goddamn leaders.
They always do this. If that's not a real Muslim, it's not. They aren't real Muslims. So that's a lone wolf. They do this every fucking time.
Right.
Every fucking time.
Some of the first Mujahideen were unhappy when they were made to stop fighting Assad and fight their own friends in the resistance. They tried to leave. There were executions every day in Raqqa.
Yep.
This happened at the time of Kobani.
Yep.
Oh, how did they die? Did you see them?
Goddamn.
Called it.
شو تفعل؟
What are you doing?
وضرب السجين يا أخي.
Exercising the prisoner.
تعال معي.
Come with me. I do want to say something in response to the chat. The only real Dade Murphy said the real issue with Islam is the men. That's not true. I've said this multiple times. Karen Strawn said this multiple times. The problem with Islam is the ideology. Men are, look, in the Islamic ideology, men are treated as less than dirt, as the most disposable thing on the planet. In fact, because killing yourself is the best thing you can do as a man. Radical Islam is absolutely as destructive to men as it is to women, just in very different ways. And I think that this idea that when we look at Islam and we criticize it, that we only look at the way that it that radical Islam affects women is very limited, and not because I mean, like, if this show was any good, it would be indicating how the fuck it would be better at indicating how Puppy Dog Eyes is going to get fucked over by this because of the way that Islam treats men, right?
Right.
It's not going to. At least it's not. I mean, I don't think so at this point, because I think the whole idea is that, we're just supposed to be. Because again, now, what's the problem? Is it that he's seen all this other horrible shit happen? No, it's that maybe it happened to his brother.
Right, exactly.
Selfish shit.
Yeah.
They've arrested a spy near the border.
Who the fuck is that?
His brother.
His brother?
I'm guessing, or something. This man
Oh,
claims he's
he's
your father.
father.
Okay. Is that true? Yeah.
صحيح.
Yes.
Come on. Where? Come on, where? We can't cross now. We need to find somewhere to wait till dark.
Wait, does this kid still have got a fucking gun?
Yeah, he's got an AK.
Oh, I didn't even notice that earlier. No, it's... Oh, yeah, okay.
I understood with Hamid, he was always looking for a fight, but you? What kind of example have you set your sister? And Ziad, he would follow you anywhere.
Ziad's
Oh,
dead.
are you... Okay.
What?
What the fuck is going on here? His
yeah,
dad rolled to Syria to lecture him?
Yeah, yeah. To be like, dude, come on, what are you doing joining ISIS? Like he's a rebellious teenager. I don't know, doing what?
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
Getting
here?
into drugs, son. What,
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
what this
same...
is in front of all the jihadis. Holy shit. You know what? I have a question.
Fucking Christ.
I have a question. I'm curious. I've been watching a lot of diversity in comics and Captain Cummings, right? And one of the
Cummings was in the chat earlier.
Oh, shout out to Captain Cummings. But one thing that they talk about when they will read these comics is that there is no sort of moral or morality to the superheroes. These are completely immoral people. And that's because the people writing them are not able to, for whatever reason, put the normal, proper sense of morality into the stories that they're writing. And it seems as though that you can apply to this as well. It's a similar thing. You can tell this has been written by SJWs.
Yeah, because they don't have a normal... they don't... maybe more accurate. They don't have a Western morality.
Right.
They don't have a Westernized sense of morality. So they don't quite understand when they try to... So now, yeah, what is this? This is like this is some psychopath who wrote this, who directed this, being like, yeah, my dad told me not to smoke cigarettes too, and you know, some shit like that. Of man, if only parents weren't so restrictive, and if it's, which is so fucking bizarre. It's like, I'm just trying to rebel, dude. I'm trying to join Antifa because I'm trying to fight fascists. Oh god, it's fucking disgusting. But you know that's the same mindset.
Yeah.
You know, this is absolutely, you could take this and transplant it onto a story about Antifa.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Like, yeah, well, maybe it's not all great, but if things aren't great, well, fuck, I don't even know the fucking message of this. I really don't, man.
I think it's returning soldiers should be let back into society because they were misled by bad people. That terrorists or jihadis aren't all bad. They're just
misguided.
some of them, right? They're misguided, exactly. And that's a very poisonous, horrific message to send.
Because I absolutely think, again, you could just put another coat of paint on this and absolutely make this about Antifa, which is that, like, yeah, Antifa sometimes uses violence, but you know, a lot of people they're just there for good reasons, and you know, they don't really know what they're getting themselves into. It's the exact same fucking kind of message.
Yeah. It's very dangerous when you're dealing with a terrorist organization that's trying to kill us and that is actively plotting to set up terrorist attacks. Like, it's complete insanity.
Pretty much. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Then shame on you. You led him to his death. His poor mother. Fear Allah. Fear Allah!
No, you fear Allah. The Khalifa's been declared, and it's fard alayna on every Muslim to make hijrah. It's not optional.
What about your
religious obligation to make the hijra, the pilgrimage.
Duty to your parents, or do you just follow the bits of the law that suit you? Jihad is conditional on the consent of your parents.
I'm not a child, Abu. And unlike you, I know my deen.
You know you.
Oh, he knows his religion better than his dad.
Oh, okay.
This is interesting.
Britain gave your mother a nice sanctuary. On my knees, I gave thanks to Allah that my children were born in a land of safety. Never in my...
Here we go.
This is supposed to be the 180.
Here's the core message. Okay. Oh, shit, man.
Okay. Are you fucking... All right.
Wow.
All right, I'm buckling up Homestuck for
Why
this.
dreams did I imagine my 2 sons would turn their back on the very country that gave us refuge? Have you no honor? You disgrace me.
I'm sorry, Abu, this is pointless.
Because here's the thing. Fuck the UK. Fuck them.
Wow.
Fuck them.
Jesus Christ, man.
This is dad coming in and saying like, don't do this thing, and you being basically, fuck you, dad. I'm an adult. You can't tell me what to do. Who the fuck is this show aimed at? Who the fuck do you think would watch this, and what would they glean out of it? Would they think, the father is being portrayed here? Am I correct? I don't know. We've spent like a week in between every single one of these episodes.
Sure.
So
go ahead.
Is the father being portrayed as unreasonable here?
Well,
what do you think this is?
The vibe I'm getting is that the father is giving the righteous speech of the good Muslim, of the Muslim that represents Britain, and that it's like Islam and ISIS are complicated, so we should keep that in mind as the ISIS soldiers return. Basically, that is the overall vibe that I'm getting here. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's absolutely to
now to puppy dog eyes. What you're saying is true. He views his father as being completely unreasonable, and so I guess what you're saying is that the way this is written is that like he's supposed to be the person we're empathizing with. So, but I don't know if I really don't know
because I really can't tell. I really don't know who in the situation we're supposed to be seen as. You know, people in the chat are saying, okay, the as kindly and in the right. I'm guessing you mean puppy dog eyes because the father's being bombastic and lashing out, and puppy dog eyes is being very calm.
Right. And I mean, and Puppy Dog Eyes has been portrayed this entire series as empathetic. The good guy.
Yes.
So if you're a fan of his, then yeah, I would think you would view the father as being unreasonable. But it's like, I don't view him as empathetic. So it's kind of like, it's really hard. Weird because you have to analyze, how did they write this? How did they do it? And then how do we each individually perceive it? And that's based off of how we think about this. It's multiple levels.
Yeah, this is why we need qualitative research on stuff. Why you got to get a bunch of people together and have them, and I'll write a code book for looking for shit, and we'll try to analyze this. But there's no way I would waste any more time once this is over looking at this fucking show ever again.
Yeah, this is like absolutely.
If for any reason anyone else in my audience is a fucking qualitative social scientist or sociologist, so it would be a good thing to analyze of looking at how people would assess the empathy of characters based on other, and then correlate it with other variables.
I think I would actually like to see that for this show, even though it is boring, just to get a more complete take on it. I would love to see that if someone
it's not
did
hard
that.
It would not be hard research to do. It would have to be essentially that I would want to have people tell me about how they experience it and how they like the characters and things like that. As I was telling you last night, the way that we do qualitative research is generally I look for certain themes, and then I get a bunch of grad students or undergrads together, and they code the messages that the respondents would have given to the output, and then we look for patterns to arise. And one of the things that you can do with a pattern, of course, is to correlate with another variable, which would be something like correlate with, I don't know, liberalism or something like that, and see who's more likely to find who in the right, for example, in this instance. But that's just me always wanting to talk about science. Anyway.
I'm not coming home. That's it. End of.
Dude, like that would even be an option. He's about to get his head cut off.
Let's be on your
even
way.
halfway real.
Are they gonna kill the dad? They said he was a trespasser or something.
Of course they would have to kill him.
She cries herself to sleep every night, Jalal.
Dude, wait, pause it. If they try to sell the idea that either the father could have just visited ISIS and brought his son back, or if his son declines the invitation, they go, okay, Mr. Puppy Dog, have a nice trip back. Get the fuck out of here.
That's how the fuck this works. You just leave.
That would be, if that's what happens here, this is like so crazy. That would really be fucking sad.
Now, interestingly enough, they made a big deal about how hard it was for them to get into it and get into Syria. But if they make it easy to, like, oh, you can just leave now.
Yeah, just go visit your son, leave. You know, we're normal group. Just, you know, it's just like everything else.
All right.
Sorry, that's not my problem. Have you spoken to the police?
Listen to yourself. How do you think I got out? They have our passports. We are watched every minute of the day.
Oh, no.
Of course I've spoken to them.
I mean, how oppressive that the British government is looking at a family who has had 2 sons join ISIS.
I know. Can't they just let them alone to have their religion?
It's so oppressive.
God. 2 ISIS soldiers out of one family, and they have the audacity to monitor what they're doing. That's white supremacy.
He was alive in a British prison, then dead on a battlefield in this godforsaken place.
Yeah, they're gonna just tolerate you talking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's how ISIS works. You did well. It's nothing to me now. Oh.
That's why we're going to kill him.
That's super fucking wrong, though, isn't it? I mean, again, you're supposed to revere your parents.
Yeah, I guess he's an apostate or what do they call the?
Oh, he's
he's living and accepting. You know, he views the British government as helpful, right? So he would be what's the
I'm trying to think of
the infidel. He's like living, sucking on the teat of the infidel or some shit like that.
Yeah, and there's a whole thing about that. There's several verses about that says that he who aids and abets the infidel essentially is as bad as him.
Right, exactly.
And makes him a heretic.
Sure.
Will he be freed?
Don't worry, he can go home.
Don't worry, he can go home.
Bullshit.
That can't be real. Okay. I wonder how he knew how to find us. Uh-oh. You didn't tell him, did you? No, brother, of course not. Why would I guide the American bombs onto my own head? No. It's not kafir. There's a specific word for, or kufar. There's a specific word that's actually for this.
Oh, wait a minute. I see what's going to happen. Are you ready?
Yeah, tell me.
It was an act. He just played 4th dimensional chess. And now what he's going to do, he's going to grab his dad and they're going to break the fuck out.
Oh, okay. You know it. I'm sure you're correct. All right. This is true 4D chess.
Or he's going to punch a wall and...
Wait, hang on. Actually, why was he punching what was he so upset about?
I don't know.
Just because he doesn't want to get in trouble, I guess?
He's conflicted. He doesn't know whether to stay with ISIS or go with his dad. You know, he's a conflicted.
Although I thought he said his dad was dead to him, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Pack your bags. I'm taking you to the border. Why? What's happened?
Here we go. We're going. Are we leaving Dad there? So you left Dad behind though.
These are the worst people.
Is Dad in the back seat? If Dad's in the back seat, what the fuck is going on here? That's exactly correct. These people are horrible. He's got to be in the back seat. You left Daddy behind.
Wow.
What?
Well, I guess he is dead to him.
Christ. Wow.
Oh, Cater Minor also said takfir is the word for it.
For the person who is...
an excommunicated Muslim.
Okay,
someone
gotcha,
who commits heresy.
Okay, I got you.
My family will reject us. We are soiled. Then don't go to your family.
Stay with me.
Absolutely. He's the cool Muslim. Yeah, oh, there it is. Yes, stay.
It's a love story.
Oh my god.
It's a love story.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Jihadi love story.
Oh, fucking A.
Now we're rooting for love. Escape ISIS with love and come and join us in Britain. And
you find us if you can.
No.
Come right into the civilization with us. Integrate. Who wouldn't want a love story like this?
This is truly a love story for the ages.
Passports like everyone else. They'll arrest us. No, they won't. They will. How do you know?
They won't arrest us because that would be fucking racist.
And they're just gonna magically see them too?
Oh my god, really?
Hop aboard, everyone.
If we all have a happy escape together, it will make me want to actually vomit. And I don't even have that kind of cold, man.
Now, what are we doing now here? We're gonna have to go to a checkpoint.
Romeo and Jihad.
Good one. Good one.
Thank you, Toothless. That's good. I guess they have to cross the border on foot or something.
Okay.
Yeah, put that niqab back on.
Oh, he's going to be self-sacrificing and send them off on their own? Is that what's going on?
How is that? God be with you, my lovely.
So they caught him.
Yeah, he got caught. Yeah.
Okay, so they caught them and killed them.
Uh-huh.
And he is, so what did he think was going to happen? That they were going to just let him out?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I'm just curious.
Because I mean, because ISIS are the good guys. Elizabeth B, the only character I can relate to is the guy dancing.
That's funny, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is sad and horrible, but like, what the fuck? I mean,
yeah.
What were you expecting? How could you not know what the fuck you were getting into? And then you've been through all this and you still are like surprised. I mean, it's terrible, but...
Mm-hmm.
You people can't see, they shot them.
Oh
my god.
Oh, here we go, baby.
God.
Here we fucking go. Oh my god.
Oh my god, hang on. I need a second.
What the fuck?
Oh, hang on. Ooh.
Are you serious? You cannot be serious.
This is real fucking life. HB, this is the one.
So now we have the answer. Now we have the answer of what this was about. Now we have the answer here. Here you go.
Oh my god.
Your heroes are coming over on the boats.
They're coming home. Oh my god.
Holy fucking shit, man. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, I can't believe this. Oh my god. They're
Wow.
on these poor people coming home on the boats that they need to be rescued because they didn't fucking go there by their own accord or anything.
No.
Oh my god. Unfucking
Wow.
believable. This is wow, this is next level insanity.
What?
Oh my god. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
fucking shit, man.
Yeah, this killed me a little bit right here. I don't know. Oh, god, okay. Don't you feel so bad for these characters? Hang on. Why is the son so sad and scared now? Why?
I guess somehow he had a change of a mind or something. I don't know. I guess they had a bad journey. It was probably scary on the boat. I imagine they were probably out to sea for a long time, and that's probably what did it, that they're not going to die at sea. This is the thing. Like, that is a valid problem that's happening in society with people coming over and people dying at sea. It's not a good situation, but it's something that is exploited, particularly by whatever you want to call it, the EU or globalists, or it is like, if you have a problem with the open borders policy, they will then say, well, then that means that you are somehow not caring about the people that are dying at sea. It's used as a complete, that poor child that washed up on the beach was used all over the news as a total propaganda piece.
Yes. And even then, I mean, I don't know how much I buy the conspiracy theories on that, but there were people, that there was a big concern that his body was intentionally moved to be more...
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's awful.
To be, more impactful.
Jesus.
It was just like with the kid in the hospital, or in the ambulance.
Yeah, and the famous Syrian picture, yeah.
Right, where they intentionally utilize kids like this, and I guarantee right now what you would see is if they're being rescued, apparently, you would see a picture of this kid's crying face on the cover of every fucking newspaper of this is why we need to pick up these people, even though these two people are British citizens.
Right.
Who went to Syria, and she drug him there.
The kid can come back, I got no issue. She got to go to jail, though. She's got to go to fucking jail.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Holy shit.
I don't even... Oh my god.
This took a turn that I did not expect.
I didn't expect them to be on a boat. And by the way, you guys, if you know anything about this, like, the thing is that's so fucked up about this, the boat shit, is that they will intentionally sink their own boats. They'll puncture them when they think they get near a rescue or a NATO vessel or whatever, when they think they get near any kind of Coast Guard vessel, because then they're under legal obligation to rescue them. They intentionally sink themselves. And I mean, they die sometimes because of that, or just because they really are on dinghies. But the idea that because people... It's the Alien Gonzalez thing all over again, isn't it? It's just like en masse. It's like Alien Gonzalez times 1,000, right?
I don't remember the Alien Gonzalez situation, but it's just like it's a very complicated real life situation that requires nuance, and the media and everyone exploits the suffering of people to try to put forward the open borders policy. Because look, I have no problem if you're a child or if you're genuinely escaping a war-torn country. But as we had pointed out previously, that is not the majority of what's happening. And so they act like when you say that, it's like, well, look at this child, then you must not care about him. No, that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm actually open to that. But that's not what's happening with a lot of this shit. And
no. And the idea is that we just need to feel very bad for these people who are breaking the law. I mean, like, they're breaking the law by coming in. Now, I feel bad for them. They're clearly trying to escape something. Is it an economic situation, or is it a war? Well, I think the research that I've shown shows that, like, the vast majority of Afghani migrants do not come from any areas in Afghanistan that are actively engaged in conflict. Right. We know that a large number of these people come from Somalia. They don't come from Syria. So it's all this big bullshit emotional appeal. And emotional appeals work because you see a crying child. Even though 80% of them are adult men. Yeah.
That are not fleeing war-torn areas.
No, that are coming here to get Gibbs, honestly.
So, like, this is the thing. I have no problem with if a country wants to offer, well, what do they call that when you come over here and you get protected? What's the word for that? I forget.
You mean
asylum?
Asylum. Yeah.
I have no problem if countries offer asylum to people. That's no problem. But it's like to argue for a sane immigration system in a country that has open borders that even offers asylum is considered an extreme right-wing crazy position, which is like that's. Like, how else, if you just open your borders and let everyone come in, then you're not going to have a country. And you can even see the problems that are happening in Germany and Sweden.
It's not difficult. It just takes a second. Now, the line that you see in response to it is horrific. You know, that there are no such things as no-go zones in Sweden. You see people lie about that like all the
preposterous. Time. Yeah.
Which is like,
they completely lie about that.
Why don't you go to Malmo and fucking spend the night there? Tell me about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to? Okay.
All right, anyway, let's 10 minutes left in the journey. Oh my god.
Much. This is so bad. But wait, if Whitey saves you, isn't that racist or something? Why are all these Greeks, whom I'm guessing these are supposed to be, so happy to be saving?
Yeah, I don't know. Now, like, so here you have a boat coming up on the beach. Have you seen the footage? Previous footage when the boat there is an actual video, 2 boats, the vast majority military-age men coming up on. I think it was Spain, was it? Coming up on the boat. I was like, holy shit.
It does not look like this, guys.
Yeah, it ain't like this. That ain't what this is like.
It looks like ants. It looks like ants trying to... And I'm not trying to dehumanize these people. I am saying, though, that's what it looks like. It looks like
crazy. And I'm like, how the fuck would you... Like, that's just... Again, not... oh, look at all these men, women, and children and families fleeing. No. It was like boats full of military-age men getting off and just flooding the area. And I was like, okay, this is not good.
Yeah,
I don't care what race they are. That's not good for your country.
Because they're not all Arabs. A lot of them are black people, and it's from all over that region of that region of North Africa. So you know, it's not like it's a racial thing, unless I guess
it's a culture thing. It's totally a culture thing.
It was a culture and economic thing, absolutely. But this is ridiculous that they're portraying that this is how this goes down.
This is so okay. This is like open borders propaganda, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so now he's in trouble. Wait, did I miss this?
I guess he's in trouble for trying to escape with
okay.
With these, so he'll probably get actually beheaded. And that's supposed to be, hey guys, ISIS is bad. They killed puppy dog eyes. Oh,
I know.
Yeah, they are bad.
Here we are, burying a British crusader in Derby, eagerly awaiting the arrival of the rest of your armies. Come on, we're waiting for you.
Are they, or are they gonna not do it?
No, they're definitely doing it.
Come.
Oh!
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my fucking god.
Get out of here. What the fuck is... What?
Oh my god. No way. No
what?
fucking
You're gonna
way.
shoot him? How are you... What the fuck is this?
So he was a great big naughty bad boy for trying to escape with, with his slave.
Oh my god.
But they're not gonna behead him.
So the message of this show is ISIS really, most of the time, doesn't behead people.
No, they don't behead people and they're not that bad.
Fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Oh, now the racist people aren't going to let her back in the country.
Oh my goodness! Ready for this racism?
Oh my god!
Well, hang on. This is not a 180. This is very much in favor of the thing you and I have been complaining about the entire time.
This is, hey, hold my fucking beer.
Oh my god.
Dude, okay, what should happen right now is, I mean, I don't know how they would know she joined ISIS, but if they knew that she joined ISIS, the righteous and right thing to do would be to arrest her immediately and put her in jail.
What do you think's going to happen? Do you think that's going to be what happens?
It's going to be, you're a person of color and you're Muslim, so we are going to look closer at this because we are the racist UK government.
Yeah, okay. Is it going to be because she joined ISIS, or is it going to be because she's a black Muslim?
Oh my god.
Or are they just let her through? I don't think it's definitely going to be the third. I think that's unlikely, but we'll see.
Yep, we're gonna interrogate you.
Uh-huh. It's not like you joined our fucking enemy or anything.
Poor
I know, poor
mother. Yep.
Shouldn't we feel
oppression.
So bad for
them?
An
hour in the ranks of battle is better than standing for 60 years in prayer. The brothers of Islam come to the defense of your religion. I think most judges would agree that that's encouragement to commit, prepare, or instigate acts of terrorism.
Correct.
Look, you're missing the point.
What? Missing the fucking point. What would the point be? I can't wait to hear the fucking point.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm not denying I posted that. I'm not denying I was involved. I've changed my mind and I'm offering to say so. I've been there. People will listen. ISIS thought it was worth putting me online. And I'm offering to do the same for you. Don't you want my help?
But no, they're big. I'm interested that they actually got a black guy to be the other guy, but the interrogator. But so you admit you fucking did all this ISIS propaganda. You went and joined the Islamic State to fight for ISIS, and you just want them to let you back now because you're like, I'm sorry. I'll write some blogs for you.
My bad.
Oh my god.
I'll help you. Like, sorry, you know.
But we're supposed to feel bad because how unfair. Oh my goodness, it's so unfair that they won't let her back and she's gonna write a blog for them.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Thank you what? What the fuck does that mean? Lock her ass up?
Uh-oh. Well, this is gonna be some police brutality show.
I had a different kind of help in mind.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
You keep your opinions to yourself, and you go home. And every so often.
Oh my fucking god, are you fucking kidding me? This was, I think, neither one of us thought this was what was really gonna happen. That this was like the least... I didn't think this was gonna happen, that they were just gonna be like, it's okay. Yeah, welcome back. Well, Sadiq Khan says it's cool. Oh my god.
I can't, I'm
actually,
am speechless.
I am, well, what's the he's got a fucking caveat, so I'm like, dude, what?
Okay, what's the caveat?
We have a little chat about what people are saying in your community.
So continue to do what you did before,
and if
essentially.
I say no?
If you say no...
8 years is about the average.
Hang on. If she says no to not wanting to go back home and doing exactly the same thing she was doing before, well, I guess now she's going to be reporting to them. Is that the thing? Is it like still writing literature?
So he's asking her to do less than she offered, and now she's saying, what if I say no?
Yeah.
What this is horribly written, by the way. Just in general.
This is a terrible television show.
This is awful. Oh my god.
She offered to be like an informant and write all this shit. It's like, no, just go back to doing what you were doing, and that's cool. Jesus, fuck.
And of course Isaac gets fostered.
Oh, okay. Oh, but that's only if she doesn't agree to do what she already agreed she was gonna do.
And of course, so wait. Oh my god.
This is unbelievable. Dude.
So traitorous policeman who needs to be immediately fired says to a returning ISIS fighter that says, sorry, I changed my mind, let me back in. And he goes, and I'll try to help you. He goes, no, you don't have to help us. Listen, go back to your community, and from time to time, let's have a chat. And then instead of being like, holy shit, okay, cool, she goes, well, wait, because we have to paint the police as bad, right?
Right.
And oppressive.
Unbelievable.
So what would happen if I say no? Well, your son would have to be fostered. Oh, that's fucking police. That's just wrong.
I'm just... And 8 years is nothing. 8 years
nothing.
for fucking joining an enemy army?
Jesus Christ, this is wild. This is wild.
What? Well, dude, we've got technically 6 minutes left. 2 of those are definitely credits, so we've got 4 minutes left. Still waiting on that 180?
So, like, what is this? What they're doing in the UK to return? I guess they are.
They are,
because Sadiq
that's what
Khan
Sadiq
said
Khan
there's
said, yeah.
400 that returned. So, if 400 ISIS fighters returned, and Sadiq Khan says, "Oh, I don't know where they are," that means that there were 400 instances where they sat down with police and they were like, "Yeah, you know, go back to your community." Who the fuck is telling the police to tell the returning fighters to do that? That's insanity.
Oh my
that is
God.
insanity.
This got worse than I would have imagined. Oh my God.
Oh
dude.
my God. Did they eat, like, who made this? Did Angela
Channel
Merkel
4.
co-produce this? This is like EU propaganda. Holy shit, man. Wow.
I am speechless. Jesus.
We're letting you out.
Yeah, is that what's gonna happen? He's free to go now?
What happened to Dad, anyway?
Yeah, well, he didn't give a fuck. He said his dad was dead to him, so
they let Dad go.
I guess they did. They just let his dad go. Oh my... This is getting worse.
Yeah, this isn't a problematic message to send to people that watch it, that, yeah, you might have a son there, so you could just go down and visit and try to get him out, and they'll be like, yeah, you can go back home, no problem. Oh my God.
God, this is getting worse. It's not getting better. Shut the door.
They have 2 chairs. Obviously, one's
Okay,
first.
I'm really going on the line for you this time, bro.
Oh my God.
Blood fun.
You have one last chance to come back from this, okay?
Oh, you get
After that, the law
chances.
takes its course.
It's like YouTube. You get strikes.
Jihadi strikes. Oh my God. You completely betrayed the group and tried to help people escape. And that's a strike. It's just a strike.
That's a strike on your channel. No more streaming for you, bro.
God. Oh my God.
What do you mean? What chance?
Kill your father.
Yeah, it's gonna be it. Or is it? No, actually, this is going so badly.
Or behead.
No, it's gonna be
the
behead the
pharmacist.
doctor, the pharmacist. That's gonna be it. It's gonna be behead the pharmacist. It's not his dad. His dad got to go home all nice and happy.
And he's going to martyr himself because this is like jihadi Jesus.
I guess so.
He's gonna stand for what's right. Oh my God.
Marsupio Gamer, thank you for the super chat. The UK is lost. I agree. They might as well officially surrender, make Islam their national religion, and get over with. Actually, I don't think the UK is lost. I think Germany is lost, and I think Sweden's probably lost, unless they do something really.
I think
insane.
the UK is lost, but we'll see. I mean, it's kind of, we'll see.
And Ministry of Wrong Think says, "In the arms of an angel." But the thing is, I would sing a little better if I wasn't completely congested. Oh, all right. So I think it's gonna be the It's either gonna be the pharmacist or his dad. I'm not sure which one.
Jesus Christ. If it's not, it has to be his dad because that means they let him go. That's crazy.
Right. Otherwise, yeah, it means they let his dad go. Like, you're just allowed to come down and visit Syria for, say hey to your son, obviously. Oh my God, this is so ridiculous. If it's not his dad.
It's gotta be your dad.
No!
Oh my God, this is totally written by an SJW. This is totally written by an SJW. How is it oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have no. I'm dead. Oh my god.
My god.
Wow.
Well, Jesus fucking Christ.
So Dad was let go.
Dad was let go, even though he said a bunch of hot shit.
And talked mad shit to the ISIS dudes around.
You don't talk mad shit in front of a bunch of guys with AKs every fucking day and not expect to get some retribution.
Wow.
Some kind of pussy. Yeah, but this guy. What? Okay, hang on though. Here's the question: does he have to actually behead him, or is it going to be another?
No, it's going to be an actual. They're going to say you actually have to behead him, and then he's going to refuse to do it and martyr himself and be righteous jihadi Jesus.
Oh my god! I can't.
That's my prediction.
This HB, this broke my brain, dude.
Yeah, this is as soon as the refugee boat came, my jaw dropped to a degree where I really couldn't change my facial expressions. It really had to force myself. Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay. I'm so glad I have a happy dancing guy in front of this.
I know.
This spy has to pay the price for your actions, America. Him and his family are gonna suffer, as you have made our people suffer.
What's the message? That he's just been indoctrinated and...
He's gonna pull his gun out and start firing.
No.
No! No!
Oh, uh-oh. Make sure he doesn't look away.
Oh, now they're gonna make him run.
Oh, this is the whole thing. This was the first episode where it says you can't look away, you have to accept it. But are they going to punish him for not doing it?
Well, that's a good question. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So they're going to just this would be strike 2, I guess, of disobedience. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it would have made a little bit more sense, like, to be a show with a moral if he's like, fuck you motherfuckers.
Yeah, and like went out with a bang, making himself jihadi Jesus. It's not even that.
It's not even gonna be that. No.
Alright, that definitely cut his head off. So far, okay, that's respect for the audience. That was at least respect for the audience. I give him that.
Yeah.
For all we know, you could be a sleeper. Maybe they sent you back to plant a bomb in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. I mean, look, someone who in the entire show is being rational for the first fucking time.
There's a big ass butt coming here, I think.
Oh yeah, thank you, Zach PB189 for the super chat. Thank you.
You're laughing at that. You're laughing?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
ISIS say I'm a traitor. They'll probably send someone to kill me.
Poor you.
I know. We have to. Oh, she's a terrorist. Oh, you are a terrorist, you bitch! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You are a terrorist! You crazy cunt! What the fuck? But it's so funny. Haha. I'm not a... Yeah, I went and joined a foreign army that's you're at war with, but I'm not a terrorist. I have no threat. Oh my god. This is unbelievable.
And you want to lock me up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really would like to.
30 at least.
Sure would like to, yeah.
Does it make you feel good being on the same side as them?
What are you doing? You're getting a deal and now you're saying that he's on the other side? What the fuck does that even mean? How can he let her walk after this?
What the fuck
Do you understand what the fuck she just said?
Yes!
That she just said that the UK government is as bad as ISIS if they don't allow ISIS fighters to return with pure, total immunity.
My head is going to explode. What the fuck is this? How are you? Oh my god.
I have no. I have no words. Ministry of Wrongthink didn't do nothing. ISIS edition. It's worse than that even, because it's saying that if you even suggest that an ISIS fighter is not allowed to come home from having fought against UK or US forces, you are as bad as them.
That is ISIS propaganda, because it's like let us come in and become sleepers and just take it all up in the ass. Wow.
Yeah, really. It's very rare that I'm speechless. I usually talk a lot. It's very rare for me to actually have no ability to respond to something. Beatrice.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Beatrice Richer LaFleche. Thank you for the foreign collusion in Canada dollars. What a twist. Yeah, what a twist. It ended up being propaganda after all. Imagine my shock. Oh, God. Okay, let's end this.
Stop them. Then help us. I can promise you it'll be a lot more effective than writing an article in The Guardian or whatever it is you're offering.
So either I spy for you.
Yep, they're just as bad. This is the message, that they are just as bad, that both sides are equally horrible, so now she's got to go spy for them and be a soldier for the UK government. That's what the message is.
But notice, like, because this is the whole thing with, like, the propagandists, like, care. They act like when the government does surveillance on suspected terrorists that it's Islamophobia.
Yes.
Because notice what happens here. She's fine with the idea of writing an article in The Guardian, but if she sees something in her own fucking community, somehow that's fucked up, and she has to choose between betraying her people. You're a fucking terrorist. What the fuck is this?
And you should be in jail.
Holy
the
shit.
fact that this entire conversation is even happening is an absurdity.
So you're saying Muslims are not ethically or morally obligated to tell on other Muslims if they're committing terror attacks? Is that the message of this show? What the fuck is this?
Yes.
Jesus Christ,
absolutely,
man.
That's the fucking message. Is that it's fine for her to talk about, like, hey, everything wasn't hunky-dory. There were some problems in the state, in Syria. It wasn't all great, but here's my blog about it. But I can't whistle blow if I see people fucking spreading ISIS propaganda in my community.
Jesus Christ.
Go to jail and Isaac goes into care.
Isaac's already in care. What we're discussing are the circumstances under which he might be returned to you.
That's at least better.
Yeah, but I can't believe they're having this conversation at all. This
it's
conversation
an insane
should never
conversation.
have happened. This should.
This is an
happened.
insane conversation.
The kid should be taken away from her immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. You're a fucking child abuser, you bitch.
Yes.
Oh.
And if I agree, he will.
Maybe.
Listen to the sympathetic music.
In time.
Maybe in time. You gotta work.
That's as good as it
so
could.
Exactly been a good mother.
No. Whoa.
What did he say?
Did he just say she'd been a good mother? Because, oh my god.
Yeah, rewind
go
that.
Back 1 second. 4621, where are we at? 46. Okay. Try this one.
And if I agree, he will.
Maybe. In time. You haven't exactly been a good mother, have you?
Okay.
He hasn't. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you haven't been a good mother.
At least a little bit of truth in all of this.
Worst mother ever.
Yeah. You fucking took a 9-year-old into a fucking war zone, you crazy cunt. Yeah, this is right, dude. This is really destroyed my brain, man.
This is wild.
Oh, how offensive. How dare you? How dare you say that me taking my son to a war zone is not being a good mom. Ugh. Oh my god, it's almost like actions have consequences, you dumb broad. Jesus.
Oh my god. What is this? Like, what the fuck
We're
is...
supposed to be mad at this, officer or whatever
for
he
being
is.
unfair to her. Like
Yeah.
this is a, I wouldn't even, this deal is completely unacceptable.
This deal is way nice.
She needs to get fucking locked up. He's being as nice as could be. This is like if you murdered somebody, it'd be like, look, once a month, if you don't mind just delivering me like a dozen donuts, you're good. And then being like, how the fuck do you expect me to do that?
It's unfucking believable. Beatrice, I'm not gonna try again then. Beatrice, thank you again for the foreign collusion. This is for pronouncing my name wrong, you bunch of bowl cut honkies. Well, I don't understand.
I am a honky. I am. I'm as city as it gets.
Yeah, well,
city honky.
I'm a southerner, so I also have an excuse.
We're trailer trash.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I both, yeah, pretty much, so.
When is he going to suffer any consequences?
Now? I don't know. Is he gonna get beheaded now?
I mean, it's your turn.
Is it like it's her turn? It's your turn to get beheaded. Oh.
Dad?
What? Is his dad beheaded or some shit?
I mean,
I don't know.
They need to explain what happened to Dad.
Yeah.
You can't have Dad just get let go. That doesn't happen. No, that's not the end.
Oh that's the fucking end!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
How is this a real show?
Oh my god, what the fuck did that what was that even? So they're not gonna do anything to him? So like you can just fuck around with ISIS, talk mad shit, you can help people escape, but it's like, yeah, you know.
They did kill the people he was trying to help escape.
Oh fuck me.
Dude, well,
oh my god.
Yeah. Merc, odds are instead of returning to the UK, they'll wind up in St. Paul, Minnesota. Yeah, they will. If you guys know anything about how fucked up places there are, certain places
it's
in the
possible.
United States are that are
it's
like,
definitely possible.
At this point, I don't know. What, do you remember this when we watched that video where those places are like 80% Muslim or some fucking insane shit?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't covered anything in regards to terrorism with them. I've covered in regards to Minnesota, the FGM and the prevalency of it.
Yeah, we watched a video. Was that what was that? Was that Reza Aslan or was that what's his name? The other fucking faggot from CNN, I think. The comedian. Yeah, the comedian.
What the fuck is his name?
Yeah, we covered that one though, where he went to one of those communities, so that's like 80% Muslim and.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of Dean Abdallah. No, you're talking about the black dude. You're talking about W. Kamau Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Michigan.
Right.
He did go to Minnesota for something though. I do remember that.
There's communities in both states though that are like that. So, Hard Bastard, where is there at least, can somebody who supports the 180 theory tell me when it started and what your take is? You don't have to say it now. Send me an email with a paragraph. Like I need to understand what exactly it is. I don't understand the 180 aspect of this at all. Don't know. I have no freaking clue what the fresh fuck.
How is this not sympathetic to the plight of ISIS soldiers? Number one.
Yeah.
Sympathetic to returning fighters. A message that the UK government is basically oppressive to returning ISIS fighters.
Yeah.
That ISIS, it's not really so bad. If you're a father, you can visit your son and nothing will happen to you because they respect old people or something.
Something like that.
It's mostly evil leaders with earnest soldiers. Like, how is that not ISIS propaganda?
Some people are misled from the path, I guess. But for the most part, everybody's a good boy who didn't do nothing.
I wonder, did CARE or anyone support this, fund this? I'm very curious what the funding was.
Let's see if there's any information on it.
Or anyone from the EU? Like, because, as soon as the raft hit, I was like, oh my God.
That was unbelievable. That was
That I was not expecting.
Fucking believable. I'm going to look for something that's a bit more recent, because I think it came out in August, late August. We've been doing this for a while, so.
Yeah.
God, that's bad. That we've been doing this for this long. I just IMDb. I don't think we're ever gonna find out, dude. I don't know if we would find out if someone else had a financial part to play in this. I am looking, but I can. Well, hang on. Let me put my filters off. Okay. How can I? Whoop. Sorry, I'm trying to like see if I can look at the stuff on screen at the same time. Okay. Let me make that way smaller. I don't know. I just pulled up an article that's fairly recent, so I'm not sure what information's going to be in it. We can actually get rid of Dancing Guy at this point because now we're not looking at anything. That's going to get us in trouble. There you go. All right. State was balancing act required of the state was near impossible to create a deeper understanding of the lives of the men and women who joined ISIS without either lionizing them or demonizing a whole religion.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious?
Okay.
We can't tell the truth about ISIS because we need to be politically correct. That he just admitted it.
Yep. Did you hear
Jesus Christ.
Bo Ministry of Wrong thanks for super chat. Did you hear Bo Bergdahl plead guilty to desertion? No, I didn't.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't even know who that
just
is.
Just recently. Yeah, it's brand new.
He deserted.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the state follows... Okay. The series, which airs in the U.S. and the National Geographic over 2 nights on Monday, blah, blah, blah. This is back when it started to come out. So this
sure, it's over, yeah.
September 18th.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a month ago. Kaminsky's drama is a cautionary tale first and foremost. Really? In what... How? How is it a cautionary tale?
Yeah, I mean...
But one that probes the alienation and nihilism that he feels defines the majority of extremists. Quote, there are groups of people with very absolutist attitude to society who want to tear it down and replace it, he told me recently. But, quote, they are also looking for a place in which they feel they can belong. Well, aren't we being racist pieces of shit by...
Who gives a fuck what they fucking feel? They are terrorists killing people. Put them in jail. What the fuck is going on in this world? Jesus Christ.
Apparently this is somewhat based on true stories. The state follows 4 primary characters, all amalgams based loosely on real people who joined ISIS. Jalal Sam Otto and Ziad Ryan McCann are school friends from London who decide to travel to Syria after Jalal's older brother is killed fighting there. Shakira Uihara, is a young doctor and single mother who hopes to save the lives of ISIS soldiers and brings her 9-year-old Isaac, Nana Ageyaman. I think these are names of the actors actually. Diaco to the caliphate. But apparently they're saying these are loosely based on real people who did this. David Chan Ho, can I do my best at autistic screeching? Right now, absolutely. Whee! Fuck this show, man.
I mean, so I mean, I guess this is true because, like we said before, Sadiq Khan said that there were 400 returning ISIS fighters in London that they've lost track of.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, there's plenty of stories then of people that have, for whatever reason, have come back from the battlefield.
The state ends up being a parable about isolation and disaffection. Oh,
what?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
It doesn't do any service to people who have suffered at the hands of ISIS to pretend that all people who go over there are clinically insane, he said. This is the...
yeah, there it is. There's the explanation. It's a sympathetic propaganda piece for returning fighters.
His characters are delusional to different extents, but they are not sadists.
Wow.
Yeah. What I was trying to do was to show a kind of battle between the head and the heart, Kosminski said. In her head, she's rationalized this. She believes in the concept of the caliphate, a perfect place for Muslims that she can help build, but her heart is protesting in the most violent way imaginable. Oh, you mean because something happened to her. I believe he's talking about the doctor. Because something actually happened to her and her son. Now, all of a sudden, she's not okay with it.
Right.
The state, meticulously researched.
Oh, yeah. They let Dad. Yeah, hey, Dad, thanks for coming. You can come back in 6 months, no problem.
And repertorial series about life inside ISIS ends up being a parable about isolation and disaffection. It is not a cheerful ending, but redemption for these characters isn't the point. Really? It's trying to understand them. Kosminski would argue that matters.
How is this not ISIS propaganda, ladies and gentlemen? I would like you to explain this to me. Maybe I have not done a good job of defining what I mean by ISIS propaganda. I don't mean that like al-Baghdadi said, hey, let me write this out, and this is a ISIS production. I'm saying this is propaganda that is sympathetic to ISIS, sympathetic to returning ISIS fighters. And since America is at war with ISIS, I am just confused as to why people aren't throwing the word treasonous around. I don't understand.
Why did this... You and I are the only people I have seen on YouTube even cover this show.
Yeah. And Breitbart had an article. That's it. That's all I've seen.
Articles about it, but yeah, I haven't seen anyone as like actually going out and being like, let's actually analyze this. And thank you, Crucial Bunny, for the super chat. It's hashtag Not All Muslims the movie. Essentially, yeah, it is. That's exactly
it's not all ISIS the movie. It's not all ISIS the movie.
You're right. It's not even hashtag Not All Muslims. This is hashtag Not All ISIS.
It's not all ISIS. Not all terrorists. Not on ISIS.
That's very disconcerting, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could find out if anybody paid for this or...
Here's my question. If you're in a war, and let's take all of the sides out of it. You are your side, okay? You're your side, you're in a war with your enemy. Who would it benefit if your enemy, their population, has decided to take a sympathetic view of your soldiers? What the fuck would you do if that was the case? You would be like, awesome, let's go in and get them all in there. I mean, I can't. My head is.
It's like playing Leni Riefenstahl in 1940.
Out of my mind.
It would be like playing Leni Riefenstahl, Triumph of the Will in 1940, and being like, oh, well, I'm just trying to portray both sides as, you know.
It would be like, yeah, and there's going to be returning Nazi soldiers coming into your country to live there, and it's okay because, you know, it's complicated. It's complicated. Don't worry that they're coming in and they're coming into your society. We've lost track of them. Don't worry about that. Oh yeah, that's not going to be used by your opponent to try to win a war or anything. Oh my God in heaven.
Yeah, they also started showing it in France under Canal Plus too. So this is being played in this has been played in the UK, in the US by National Geographic, and in France.
Yeah, this is a defeated culture. I don't really know what else to say here. I mean,
and I don't know how to tell if there were any external, and if anybody wants to look into that, I would love to hear back from you, but I haven't heard anything from anyone up to this point. But yeah, we could look into who Peter Kosminski is. I don't know.
I've looked into it. He is like a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
Really? Well, I mean, that's obvious. Yeah. So, okay. The only thing I guess is that, like, if people, what were you talking about of how you could probably analyze this further about how people took each character and how a character was written? Do they want the audience to be sympathetic? That could be insightful information, I think.
That would be if anybody, you know, in my audience or whatever is a master's or maybe even an undergrad student interested in doing some research, or I could actually look into doing this. I just have to get IRB approval, which is always the fucking issue, is getting IRB approval. But I could look into contacting IRB, because this would be a really, really easy study to do. I would like to see where I would be able to have people essentially write me an essay of how did you feel about this character, this character, this character, this character, and assess what they thought about those characters, how they felt about them, and then analyze that in a correlational analysis to some other variables, like proclivity towards liberalism or conservatism, opinions about Islam, opinions about Donald Trump. All of these things I think you could find pretty easily and find that, or opinions about Theresa May or something like that, you know, in this case, since it's a UK series. We could do this really easy research to do. It just takes work. Ministry of Wrong Think, thanks for the super chat. It's actually kind of a big deal. Obama traded 5 ISIS members, now leaders, for Burgle under the official excuse that he was a captured prisoner of war. I know very, very little about this story, so I'm admittedly ignorant here.
I'm familiar with it. I just, I don't know the significance from the standpoint of the fact that he pled guilty. I don't know if that means he's going to do time or if that was part of some sort of plea deal. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. Anyway, I think, well, at this point, HB, you and I have thoroughly covered this fucking shit show nightmare.
Wow.
I don't know what the argument is again for this to be.
Yeah, I would like a detailed argument to just understand. Even like, tell me, like, where was the 180 starting? Like, what was the take? Like, I'm just, I'm curious. So the conclusion, I guess, it's like a combination, I guess, between 1 and 2 of the ISIS propaganda and the social justice warriors being politically correct, and also, but there's a new level of propaganda. There was a new competitor in the field, which was like EU open borders propaganda at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a message that any sort of surveillance from the UK government is you're ISIS, basically.
Yeah, you're the same. You are just as bad. I mean, that's what he's saying in that thing I was reading. It's like, oh, I'm trying to be fair and balanced and show that like no one side's right here. Fuck off, man.
That's insanity. Like he is obviously so fucking mentally rotted from his social justice bullshit that he doesn't see the difference between Muslims and ISIS. This is a person who is, it's so funny because they call us racists when I preface the shit out of every time, or almost every time I talk about it, that it is not about Muslims. Muslims are people. It is about Islam, the ideology. And but these people are so fucking insane that they have no problem acting as if ISIS is somehow even in the same category as a regular Muslim. I would be fucking outraged if I was a Muslim.
Oh, I would too.
How insulting is that? Holy shit.
Fucking crazy insulting.
Oh my God. That's unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable.
It really fucking is. That I cannot imagine. So I have to ask, who the fuck is this aimed at? Just lefties who just think that who already believe this shit, I guess, but like, I guess, this doesn't portray Muslims in a good light.
No.
And I don't think, I mean, it's obviously unintentional, but like, I don't fucking know what the fuck they think they're doing.
I guess it's made for citizens of countries that are going to have ISIS fighters coming back as the war winds down. Right. And that is scary as fuck.
Yeah.
That is horrible, because it's not like they're like, yeah, the war's over, everything's cool, we're all good. No. Like you have an increase in the past 4 years of ISIS terror attacks in the exact places that ISIS soldiers are coming back and being embedded in the society. I don't know how people in power, people that make rules, people that make the laws, somehow think this is okay. It is so insane that I am like, who is behind this? Are they paying? Is someone paying the government of the United Kingdom or Sadiq Khan? Like, what is happening to be like, yeah, let them in, no problem? Like, it is mind-boggling. Very rarely am I stumped to the point of no words. In this shit, I cannot fathom what is happening.
No, I'm very rarely brought to the point where I don't even know how to respond to something. But like, as soon as that rescue boat scene started, I didn't even know what the fuck to do. I was just, I was absolutely, I was dumbfounded. I did not know how to respond. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, man.
This actually broke my brain a little bit.
You know what I'm going to look into? I agree. What I'm going to look into is I want to read reviews of this. I need to read reviews of this show.
I don't think there really are a whole lot.
I want to see what the lefties in the media say about this, what they say the message is, because this is like...
I think they tried to hide it, man. I think they absolutely tried to hide this. They tried to hide this series because they didn't want people to fucking really look at it too seriously.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Well, that was awful.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Are you doing the news stream tonight?
Yeah, I'll be. Let's see, what is it? 8:30, 9:30. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be doing a new stream around 9:30.
Okay, well, thanks guys for joining us. This has been cancerous and terrible. But we did go into this trying to actually look at this series.
I think we did it
as objectively. Now we do both have biases, which we would admit.
Sure.
Obviously, but
yeah, I mean, I'm completely anti-terror.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know it's a bad
radical Islam. So no question. Yeah, I have a bias against terrorists.
You're such a bigot, my dude. But yeah, we obviously have biases here. But man, I don't know. I think we were very fair.
Yeah, I think I just took it as I saw it, and this is my read. And this is what's weird though. You notice outside of one email, one guy got detailed a while ago, right? Outside of that, at least on my end, it's been you guys are wrong, but they're not explaining why. This is one of the reasons I keep saying this. Could you please show me, like, where do you believe it turned, and like walk me through it? I'm trying to understand your argument, because just saying, hey, you got it wrong, that's not really an argument. Please explain this to me. I'm trying to understand what the argument is. So you can send an email, hardnewsnetwork@gmail.com, and tell me what your take is.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Anyway, yeah, I think we've... If that was the case, I'm just saying I don't think there is a very good argument for it. And I think that any argument you could have made, I think that we pretty much debunked as being...
I would think, unless, I mean, I'm open, just it's got to be coherent.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, yeah, so that's good.
I'm sorry. I've just been putting dumb images up since we stopped. Anyway, or since we stopped that nightmare, it's the only thing that makes me better, feel any better. Do we have any other... Nope, we're all good on Streamlabs. Again, thanks everybody for the super chats, and please, as always, go check out Hard Bastard's channel and his stream in an hour.
Yep, thank you very much, guys.
All right, bye-bye.